Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Melina's here to stay. Alright, looking really, really good. This is video number 6, alright, of this hairstyle, okay? So I'm going to talk about something that people tend to do a lot of, alright? Now, plastic surgery is very rampant. I know I talk about how I'm not going to get plastic surgery for myself, and I just don't believe in it. Not even getting veneers. I love natural teeth. I'm not going to get veneers. I'm going to keep my teeth, obviously. I'm not even focused on that. For me, I want to be healthy. So getting veneers, yes, they look great. They're gorgeous. And that some celebrities you totally tell they look amazing with their teeth are so white, you're like, wow, right? But I strongly believe for myself, if you believe in plastic surgery, you want to get it, even if you want to look like Michael Jackson, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. But for me, I believe in being perfectly without plastic surgery, perfect without plastic surgery. Now, when I talk about this, I want to make sure you guys realize that this could involve you as well. All right. Now, I tend to think that a lot of people will go to plastic surgery for certain things, right? Like if they're not getting famous or they get made fun of by their spouse or they have people that don't like them or people say negative things or somebody says something hurtful at one point or whatever. Or maybe they have parents that don't look as good and they're thinking they're going to end up like that or something, right? Who knows the reason, but some people get really caught up. And I really kind of, I really, I mean, I think it's really sad that people get lost in it. Now, if you do it once or twice or maybe 10 times or 20 times, or you just want to do it lots and you're happy with it, fine. But if you're doing it for those reasons, somebody made fun of you at one point, or you don't feel beautiful because you aren't famous and you were trying to be famous, or whatever reason you are doing something and you feel something's wrong because of it. Well, at the end of the day, we should really feel like we shouldn't have to resort to plastic surgery. Now, plastic surgeons love it because they get their money off that, and plastic like that kind of doctor role is doing so well financially. Surgeons of plastic surgery are doing so well. So, I mean, my videos, maybe I'm saying these things, but people just like switch past them. They don't. A lot of people won't be like, "Oh, when Marco and Molina say don't get plastic surgery if you look good or whatever," and a lot of people will feel internally they need something changed, and they won't listen to what I'm saying because they just be like, "Well, I was told I was not attractive. So whether you're saying some people don't know they're attractive and I might be, I'm not going to focus on that. So some people will totally get the surgery. Now, um, I think it's like, and the surgeons are doing so well. Like these surgeons make tons of money. So I mean, and it's popular, and it's popular. And, there's nothing wrong with that, really. There really isn't. But when you're doing it, let's say you're trying to be famous, and let's say you are famous, and you already are famous, and you're known for your looks. Maybe you're getting some haters. Who knows what those haters look like? You can't worry about what some hater is saying about you, because for one thing, they might send you a picture, but it might not be accurate. Another thing, they might be like, well, they might be totally just like that with everyone, or maybe they have a mental illness and they just can't help it. So you can't really focus on what one hater is telling you about your looks. So I believe I'm the most gorgeous man and woman alive as Marco Molina, and I really believe that. I don't think anyone's going to change my mind. Now, the only thing now this is through my own speculation or investigation or whatever you want to call it, but I've seen people that are drop dead gorgeous. But every time I have a friend or every time I hang out with someone that like I feel an immediate connection with, that we click so well, they're always like drop dead gorgeous. Like the only friends that I've hung out with recently in the last decade have been like drop dead gorgeous. Like, and people that I've dated, well, my wife, obviously, but they're drop dead gorgeous, like really, really gorgeous. So like for me, I have no question about it. I know I'm gorgeous. I'm not gonna like get plastic surgery, and and some people would still do it. But for me, I'm not focused on that. Like that to me is just like it's artificial. And I mean, as artificial as I look right now, I'm doing it naturally, right? Like this is totally an artificial look. And even Marco, I mean, Marco is a good-looking guy. Marco is so good-looking that it looks artificial to some people, right? But I always says, Marco, I'm not done up like this, all this makeup and stuff. But I mean, it's artificial, right? Like this look is totally artificial, but it's like it's a natural enough because I have natural beauty, and the naturalness is in the way that I am not doing any surgeries, and the makeup is natural enough. I mean, it's extreme glam makeup, but I mean, it's natural, right? Like some women, like it's just the only reason why people think it looks fake is because some people think it's too beautiful or whatever, and that's the thing, right? Like it's almost too beautiful, so people are like, okay, this is not real. Like you look like a Barbie doll. Like there's no reason why anyone would look like that. And so people might be like taken aback, but it's all natural, it's all my own. And people are, and some are like, wow, like holy. It's all natural, guys. That's what I love about my look. I'm so pleased with it. And yes, I'm totally into the natural look and everything. But, well, I mean, it looks fake, but I mean, I'm totally into doing things naturally. But yes, so some people will do that. They'll get plastic surgery because they're not going to be famous, or they feel they've tried. You know what? You have to give it a longer time then, you know. Or what if you don't become famous? What if you're never famous? And like Jennifer Grey, for instance, she was so beautiful. Everyone loved her. And then she got plastic surgery on her nose to clear up the button on the crooked button on her nose. And then she didn't get any more roles. And it's like, that sucks. Like, she looks great. But because she doesn't look like the original role, the type of look she had before, she's not getting roles. And it's like, she's still beautiful, and why not give her roles? Um, but and like and then she was like already in Hollywood, and she looked really really good. But at least she didn't damage her body, her face too much. But like she looks good still. I don't know why she can't get roles. I mean, I can't see why not. But she can't even get roles now. So so yes, so you're like, well, that's dumb. Anyway, if you are out there and you're trying to be famous, please don't give up and don't listen to anyone saying a negative comment about you. You're worth more than people making negative comments. Some people are absurd. You know what I mean? Like some people are just ludicrous. So like to hear someone say you're ugly or whatever, and you're just like taken aback or whatever. Like sometimes you're just like, okay, honestly, like how am I supposed to, um, how am I supposed to believe in look how yeah look if you hear someone call you ugly, maybe they're like they think everyone's ugly. Maybe you never know, like who knows, right? Like you can't just listen to one person because they say you're ugly. Like and you can't focus on that. Like I know people that might be married to someone for years and years and years, and then all of a sudden they say you're ugly and have a big nose, and then of course you're fixated on your nose being big. But really, like if you are, and like that Barbie type of girl on Oprah, she was called ugly, and so she thought her nose was too big. But it's like, you know what? Like, um, obviously her nose isn't too big. Like, it doesn't make sense to get plastic surgery. But like it's your ex-husband or your husband you're fighting with. Obviously, he's gonna call you ugly. He's fighting with you. He's not gonna be like, you're beautiful, I love you. And if you're sick of each other, then you're sick of each other. Just be single then, right? Like, why would you get absurd plastic surgery just to make up for that fact, right? He's obviously not in the right headspace. And most people with normal self-esteem will be like, yes, I can see that I'm gorgeous. I don't have to worry about what people are saying. But some of them just take it to the top, to over the edge, and you're like, okay, this is dumb. Anyway, please subscribe by now.